This is a Bible. This is the mouse. This is Bible study with the mouse. So today, we're on the road again. We just left our friends Justin and Emily. And that's actually what I wanted to talk about today, our friends. Before I share my thought, I want to make sure. Do you have anything to say before I share?
Well, just thinking about the subject of friends, one of the texts that has been most influential to me, and I have yet to memorize the entire text perfectly or know the reference, but it is the text that reads, "He who would have friends must show himself friendly." And I think about that text, and it really makes me reconsider some of the ways I behave, because I am inclined to be a bit more shy or a bit more reserved, and not necessarily be unfriendly, but I would not describe my behavior at times as friendly either. Once I'm more acquainted with people, it is more easy for me, but it can be quite difficult to just be friendly. But the scriptures tell us, or give us this encouragement to show ourselves friendly, and I think it is very important, because friends are immeasurably valuable, and it is even written that there's a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. So those are some of my thoughts about friends.
Little did Michael know that that's actually the complete verse. It says, "A man that hath friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend that sticks closer than a brother." So Michael, sorry, the camera is being difficult. It's not being my friend right now. Alright, so what Michael shared, it's really important, you know, like we gotta remember that we have to show ourselves friendly in order to be friends to people. But one of my favorite hymns and one of the greatest things that I've come to know is what a friend we have in Jesus. And in John 15, bear with me. John 15, verse 14 and 15. It says, "Ye are my friends." Right there, bam. Jesus Christ is telling us that we are his friends. But he doesn't stop there. No. He goes on. He says, "You are my friends." And he says, "Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. But I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you." You see, Jesus Christ is sharing with us some very important and special things with us. And you only share those type of things with a friend. You don't go to some random stranger and talk about your personal life, do you? No, you only do that with friends. But those strangers can become friends. Because while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. We were strangers to him, but yet he still wanted to be our friend. And so I was very grateful for this trip, being able to talk to that Christian vlogger, a friend of ours, and his wife. It was nice to catch up. And think about it, we had to drive some good distance just to get here. How much more should we be willing to drive to get to Jesus Christ? Any last thoughts, Michael?
Well, I would appreciate if you could turn to the book of Ecclesiastes and read some text there for me.
Ecclesiastes.
Thank you. You may know where I'm going.
I believe I do. It's one of my favorite passages of the book.
Ecclesiastes has quickly become one of my favorite books. I really appreciate the abundance of wisdom that is found in there. And as I understand, this is something that was written by Solomon towards the end of his life, or at least one of the final books we have in the Bible that he had written. And it really demonstrates a large quantity of just the things he has learned, and I find it really encouraging. So if you could read there for us.
Ecclesiastes 4, 9 through 12. "Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken.
Amen. I find that as I have lived, I have noticed that God will often cause it to be that when one falls or when one is struggling, that another will be in a state of strength. Another will be in a state of not having fallen at that time, or not in the midst of that struggle or turmoil that the other brother or sister is experiencing. And it is a true statement that the other is well able to lift him up and help him up, or point him to the one who can lift him up. And another text that comes to mind is that we are told not to forsake the assembly, and we should be mindful not to forsake the assembling of ourselves together, and to be present for those who have fallen beside us, to be present for those who are cold and need warmth. It is really a privilege to be a brother in Christ or sister in Christ to those we are close to, and even those we may have just met, because Christ was like a father to the fatherless, a brother to the brotherless, and he was there to heal, to comfort, to console, and all those different things. And I find it really encouraging to look at the last part of that text, though, also, where it says a threefold cord is not quickly broken, and that when you have a group of family members or a group of close friends, and maybe even closer than brothers or sisters, they are able to persevere through a lot. If you think about what a cord is capable of doing, of pulling, of keeping things together, of accomplishing large tasks, and that is the same types of things that a small group of devoted people can accomplish, and I find it greatly encouraging. What are your thoughts, Mouse?
Well, I thank you for sharing about the threefold cord, and now my appeal to you guys is this: have you made a friend with Jesus? Do you talk to him like he's your friend? Do you go seek to visit him? Because Jesus is that cord, and if you have that cord in your life, there's no way you can fall. So remember, we do have a friend in Jesus Christ. But a friend is a two-way street. It's not just me, or him. It's both of you guys. I pray that this will be a blessing to you guys. The camera's falling. Alright, so this has been Bible study with the mouse.